Scientists have been waiting for decades, watching the skies with bated breath for a moment like this. The chance to capture the colossal explosion of a dying star, a supernova, in real time. And now, they've finally done it. This isn't just another day in the cosmos. It's one of the most extraordinary events we've ever recorded. The explosion didn't happen in our own galaxy, though. No, this cataclysmic event took place in a galaxy 120 million light-years away, far enough that we can marvel at it from a safe distance. But despite the distance, the sheer magnitude of what we've witnessed is absolutely breathtaking. So what exactly is a supernova? Simply put, it's the explosive death of a star. But that doesn't even begin to describe the awe-inspiring power behind such an event. When a star reaches the end of its life, it doesn't fade away quietly. Instead, it goes out with a bang so powerful that for a brief moment, it can outshine entire galaxies. The energy released during a supernova is staggering, more than our sun will ever produce in its entire 10 billion-year lifespan. And that's just the beginning. Supernovae have fascinated astronomers and scientists for centuries. In fact, civilizations long before modern astronomy even had a word for them. Ancient Chinese astronomers documented one of the earliest known supernovae, RCW 86, all the way back in 185 AD. For 8 months, people could see the bright light from this supernova in the night sky. Back then, they didn't know what they were looking at, but they knew it was something special. And that sense of wonder has stayed with us ever since. Before the invention of the telescope, only 7 supernovae had ever been recorded. It wasn't until the 1930s that 2 scientists, Walter Baade and Fritz Zwicky, coined the term supernova after observing a massive explosion in the Andromeda galaxy. Since then, our understanding of these cosmic phenomena has grown exponentially. But for all our advances, we've always been one step behind, watching the aftermath of explosions rather than the full picture. Until now. In 2020, astronomers got the chance of a lifetime when they witnessed the full life cycle of a red supergiant star, right up to its explosive finale. This historic event was made possible by the Pan-STARRS telescope, located atop the Haleakala volcano in Maui, Hawaii. A team of scientists from Northwestern University and the University of California, Berkeley, were using the telescope to study different types of supernovae when they made the groundbreaking discovery. They managed to catch a red supergiant star in its final moments, a star that was about to go supernova. But let's rewind a bit. There are 2 main types of supernova that scientists have been studying. The first, known as type Mas-1 supernovae, occur when a star accumulates material from a nearby companion star until it triggers a runaway nuclear reaction. The second, type 2, happens when a star runs out of nuclear fuel and collapses under its own gravity. The supernova the team observed in 2020 was a type 2, the final death throes of a red supergiant star, a star much more massive than our own sun. This particular star, located in a galaxy called NGC 5731, was about 10 times the mass of the sun. It was also a staggering 120 million light-years away, meaning that the explosion we're witnessing now actually happened 120 million years ago. That's the fascinating thing about space. Everything we see is a glimpse into the past. For the first time ever, scientists were able to monitor the last 130 days of this dying star's life. Thanks to advances in technology and years of astronomical records, they could track the star's behavior right up until the moment it exploded. And what they saw was unlike anything they had ever seen before. They observed the star as it grew increasingly unstable, emitting massive amounts of light in its final days, something that hadn't been seen in previous supernova observations. This was a major breakthrough. Up until this point, red supergiants were thought to be relatively quiet before they went supernova. There was no evidence that they behaved any differently leading up to their deaths. But this star proved otherwise. It was essentially a ticking time bomb, building up to a massive cosmic explosion. Scientists had a front-row seat to one of the universe's most dramatic shows. When the supernova finally occurred, it was nothing short of spectacular. The star's outer layers were violently ejected into space, creating a shockwave that traveled at incredible speeds. This explosion marked the end of the star's life, but it also gave birth to something new. Supernovae are responsible for spreading heavy elements like iron and gold throughout the universe, elements that are essential for the formation of planets and life itself. In fact, the iron in your blood and the gold in your jewelry were likely forged in the heart of a dying star billions of years ago, so in a way, we're all connected to these stellar explosions. But this particular supernova, named SN 2020 TILF, raised some intriguing questions. The fact that the star was emitting so much light before it exploded suggests that red supergiants may undergo significant changes in their internal structure in the months leading up to their deaths. This challenges the long-held belief that these stars remain quiet and stable before going supernova. Now, astronomers are left wondering if there are other stars out there, right now in the final stages of their lives, just waiting to explode. The lead author of the study, Wynne Jacobson Galen, a National Science Foundation graduate research fellow at UC Berkeley, described the experience as a breakthrough in our understanding of what massive stars do moments before they die. This discovery has opened up an entirely new field of study, one that could help us better understand the life cycles of massive stars and the processes that lead to supernovae. But while this discovery has given us a wealth of new information, it has also raised even more questions. What other warning signs do stars give off before they explode? How common are these pre-supernova outbursts? And what does this mean for our understanding of stellar evolution? These are just a few of the mysteries that scientists are now eager to unravel. Of course, all this talk of supernovae might make you wonder, could something like this ever happen to our own sun? The short answer is no. Our sun isn't massive enough to go supernova. For a star to explode in this way, it needs to be at least 8 times the mass of the sun. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about our sun going out with a bang. But if it did, the consequences for Earth would be catastrophic. If a star as close as the sun were to go supernova, the explosion would release an enormous amount of radiation. This radiation would strip away Earth's ozone layer, leaving the planet exposed to harmful ultraviolet rays. Skin cancer rates would skyrocket, and the surface of the Earth would be bombarded with deadly radiation. In fact, anyone not underground or in some sort of radiation-proof shelter wouldn't survive for long. But even those who managed to hide wouldn't escape the devastation for long. The explosion would create temperatures so extreme that the Earth's surface would begin to melt away, vaporizing everything in its path. It's a terrifying thought, but fortunately, it's one we'll never have to face. Supernovae may be incredibly destructive, but they're also essential to life as we know it. Without them, the universe would be a much more barren place. These cosmic explosions are responsible for creating the heavy elements that make up planets, stars, and even the very life forms that inhabit them. So while a supernova is the violent end of a star, it's also the beginning of something new. As scientists continue to study supernova like SN 2020 TILF, we'll likely learn even more about the universe and our place within it. Each new discovery brings us one step closer to understanding the mysteries of the cosmos. And who knows, maybe the next big cosmic explosion is happening right now, somewhere in the vast expanse of space, just waiting for us to catch a glimpse. In the grand scheme of the universe, supernovae are rare events, but when they do happen, they remind us just how small we are in the face of such immense power. They also remind us of the incredible beauty and complexity of the cosmos. So the next time you look up at the night sky, take a moment to consider the possibility that somewhere, out there, a star is about to explode. And when it does, it will change the universe forever.